From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Happy holidays from Weather NorCal and our sponsors. Have a wonderful holiday season.
Happy Monday morning to you. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Kruger, and so glad you could join us here this morning. It is another work week. We're getting kind of off that holiday weekend. We're back to another week of work. So let's get you to Kruger's Quickcast. For many of you heading out the door to head out to work or get the kids off to school. Yeah, the kids got to go back to school again. Freezing fog advisory, that is, until 11 o'clock this morning. We haven't seen a ton of fog in these areas, but should fog develop, it could be a dangerous situation and roads could get slick if we do see that freezing fog. So just be aware of that if you are traveling east of I-5 this morning. Out the door this morning, you see for the valley, temperatures low 40s. Again, a cool start. We are looking at some of that fog, patchy fog, especially for some of those mountain and inland valleys. There could even be some patchy fog for some of us in the Sacramento Valley as well, but probably won't be all that widespread. So we've got the clouds that moved through yesterday. It was a little overcast, it felt like. It even looked like it was going to try to rain as well. Didn't quite happen, though. Of course, we just saw the clouds. So we're going to see more of those clouds again this morning, but they will be clearing out here as we go through the afternoon. Meanwhile, we've got these storms off to the west. Unfortunately, they're not going to be impacting us because high pressure is that dominant feature. So here's what we have in store for us today. Temperatures should be somewhere in the mid-60s, give or take, for the valley. We're talking mainly 40s for the higher elevations, although some of those cooler spots only reaching somewhere in the 30s. Mid-50s, low to mid-50s for Trinity County, mid-50s inland, and we're talking temperatures probably somewhere in the upper 50s out along the coast. Let's take a quick look at that 7-day outlook, and temperatures are fairly warm for the valley. You'll notice more clouds coming in, though, by the end of the week and this weekend. In fact, we take a look at the 7-day outlook for the coast, inland, and for Trinity County. Look at that on Saturday. I've included a chance for showers. Here's what I'm going to say about Saturday's chance. Number one, the forecast is not 100% in agreement with this. Number two, even if we do see it, it's just going to clip Northern California. And it probably wouldn't amount to much if we even see anything. So I just want you to be aware of that. For the coast, Siskiyou County, but mostly Modoc County and Lassen County may dodge that clipping system. So we'll take a closer look at that here as we get closer to the weekend. But that is a look at Kruger's Quickcast. Now I wanted to go into the deeper dive. And we are in a drying trend. And there are some people who are getting concerned with the fact that we've got this long stretch of dry and warm weather. But I want to take a look at how we're doing when it comes to rain. Okay, so let's start with the percent of normal in the last 30 days. You think about that atmospheric river a couple weeks ago. Look where we are. I mean, everyone is over 100% with the exception of Crescent City. But Chico, 300% plus. Out towards Redding, 244. Bernie, 300%. So you get the idea. We're not hurting for rain over the last 30 days. And over the last 365 days, over the last year, we can't complain about this either. We're not hurting in this department either. 160% for Bernie, 142% out at the Redding Airport. Chico, 140%. Out along the coast between 100 and 151%. The drought monitor, you may recall several weeks ago, we had a little bit more yellow on this map. That's disappearing as well, thanks to all that rain we saw a couple of weeks ago. Now, we take you down into parts of Southern California. We do have a little bit more of the dry, moderate, and even within that severe and extreme southeastern into the extreme. Okay? But when we take a look at how overall we're doing here, we're not hurting. The lakes aren't hurting either. Take a look at Shasta Lake. Now, we're watching these still rising very slowly, but they're still rising. You can see here the historical average. We're over 100%. So once again, the lakes are doing okay. Our rainfall totals are doing okay. it's okay for us to see this break. It's not the end of the world. Yes, I think it would make some people feel a lot better for us to continue to see that rain, get those lakes filling up. But we're doing okay for now, all right? If we have a long stretch of a month without any rain, then we might have a problem. But I don't foresee that happening, at least as of yet. Areas of fog, cold and frosty to start the week, dry and mild through this week. But I do have that slight chance for showers here for the coast and some of the mountains for this upcoming weekend. Most likely Saturday, and I may even be including Sunday in there as well. But I am seeing the potential for some changes by somewhere around the middle of this month, December, where we could be turning over to more of a wetter pattern. Now, I don't see anything terribly significant at this point, but that's at least some light at the end of the tunnel for those of you that like to see some more rainfall. Now, you can see the clouds again that we saw out there yesterday. That's a weak disturbance that kind of pushed on through, giving us the clouds. Unfortunately, it didn't bring us any rainfall. This should mainly stay to our south. The storms off to the west, they are not expected to impact us anytime soon. So essentially what's happening is you've got the ridge of high pressure right here. Okay, these storms, they ride up and over that ridge of high pressure. Now we're still allowing some weak disturbances to kind of undercut this ridge, which is why we're seeing some of those clouds. But you can see how these storms are just kind of going up and over. We're pretty much dodging them through Thursday and even Friday. Now we take a look at, we get this dip in the jet stream coming in around Saturday. This could, so I was talking about a system that may just clip Northern California. But number one, look how weak it is. It's not even bringing much rain for the Pacific Northwest, let alone Northern California. So don't count on much for your Saturday or Sunday. And then you can see high pressure starts to kind of build back in. We may see those winds pick up as we go into Sunday as well. But when we look at the long range, December 8th through the 12th, we're still in that drier than normal category and in that warmer than normal category. Now we take a look at that 10-day outlook. We're seeing it kind of peak toward the end of the week, and then we'll probably start to see a downward trend, but still above normal, even when we do drop down to the low 60s by early next week. All right, let's take a look at those wave heights for your Monday. You can see they're going to be fairly low. Let's take you into your Tuesday, retreating even more. So no issues or concerns there. There is still a beach hazard statement, though, until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Sneaker waves, it's that rush of water, an unexpected wave that can sweep you under your feet and can become a very dangerous situation. So just don't turn your back to the ocean if you are going to be on the beach today. There's a look at your marine forecast for your Monday. North winds at 5 to 10 knots. Your waves from the north at 3 feet at 5 seconds. And from the west at 6 feet at about 15 seconds. There's your high and your low tide, your sunrise, your sunset, and of course, no alerts. Here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures generally in the 50s. Some of the warmer spots like Ruth at about 65 degrees. You'll notice that chance for showers I've included there for Trinity County for the North Coast on Saturday. This is a bit of a moving target, folks. It's going to be one of those things where if you do see anything on Saturday, it will be very insignificant. And the thing is, too, that may extend on to Sunday, too. But again, we're going a few days out. We got to certainly keep a close eye on that as we get closer to the weekend. 59 for Crescent City, 55 in Hoopa, and 55 degrees for Orleans. Your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecasts have also included that chance on Saturday. Otherwise, it's not going to be a very impressive system at all. Modoc County, I don't have you that chance for showers. Like I said, it's going to be a clipping system, and usually a lot of times these clipping systems don't bring much, if anything, to Modoc County or the Eastern Mountains as well. There you can see for Susanville, a cold start to the week, but we should start to warm back up in the low 40s by the end of the week and this weekend. Your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Walgamuth Painting. Your temperatures will be in the low to some mid 60s for your daytime highs out there for today. 66 degrees for Redding and Anderson, 63 for Lakehead, and 64 degrees in Whiskeytown. I do expect to see more sunshine for today and tomorrow and Wednesday, but it looks like more clouds coming in by Thursday, Friday. No rain for the Valley, but again, I do expect to see a little bit more in the way of cloud cover as we go into the end of the week and this upcoming weekend. That is your morning update. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'll see you again this afternoon.
At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, and the big ones too, because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.